Yeah, 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 yeah. Miss Black Man, and it's our man. Yeah, 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 yeah. I got enough feeling down in my belly.
Alright guys, so it's 2018 and the Flow Youth Pro League is back again. This year we have 10 teams that are participating for the championship title. Now these 10 teams have all prepared 3 divisions. They're under 14, under 16 and under 18s. This is how game day will go. At 10 a.m. the under 14s will kick it off. At 2 p.m. they're going to be followed by the under 16 division. And at 4 p.m. the under 18s will come out to wrap up the entire day. So the focus of this year's Pro League, not unlike previous years, is to develop youth through sport. Now this development will happen because of the platform provided for boys to learn things such as brotherhood, togetherness, teamwork, strategy. All these things will be learned on the field and in practice. They're going to take it to their future and it will definitely benefit them. Now, I know you're excited to get to gameplay or to see the highlights that we have prepared for you. But first, we're going to go back to the opening ceremony where Cindy Ann Gatt and Dexter Skeen had some encouraging words.
For the past 2 years, Flow has been a sponsor of this competition, this league. We are proud to continue for another year as we look forward to seeing talented young players touching that ball. If it's anything like last year, I'm sure we're going to have another great season, and with our version of the International FA Cup, as spirited, determined young players give it their all. While some may downcry the future of TNT football, I beg to disagree. Based on what I have seen, we are far from finished. At last year's prize-giving event, I said the Trinidad and Tobago football legacy is far from over, and I maintain that to be true. The fact that we have 10 teams participating again this year shows that these youngsters have not let up, neither have their coaches. When Flow signed up to become a partner with the Youth Pro League, we didn't anticipate just how rewarding this would be. As a partner, the Youth Pro League has elevated Flow, not just from the perspective of brand visibility, but the partnership has reinforced our passion for sport and youth and the development of both areas. We are glad to be involved in a partnership which promotes the development of young men in sport. The stories that we hear or read in the media can be quite heartbreaking, especially if some of our young men are involved in the darkest of acts. Sometimes they're caught and arrested. Sometimes we read of some really gruesome fates. Either way, it's a hard pill to swallow. I believe that the Youth Pro League is a safe place for our young men to learn about self-care, brotherhood, respect, teamwork, strategy, and working together.
Given these challenging economic times, ladies and gentlemen, now more than ever, it is important to keep our young people motivated and confident in the system, the leaders, and their future. Finding the right channels for our youth to fulfill their God-given potential is critical at this juncture. What to me is most important is that the development of the youth of the country and the development of people can never be in recession. This morning we are gathered here, in my view, to affirm that the Pro League has unwavering faith in the talent and potential of the youth of our nation. In this regard, Flow has continued to support the Pro League's focus on youth and community. I wish to compliment once again and thank Flow for understanding the vision, mission, and purpose of the Pro League's youth program. In keeping with the modern environment and the modern youth, the space in which this generation operates is social media, and accordingly, the Flow Youth League will focus a lot on a social media and awareness strategy. This year, the league will continue to utilize social media to bring awareness and generate increased support for the Flow Youth Pro League. Each week, the Flow Youth Pro League will offer awards to individuals who post the best pictures and videos of the games played every Sunday. This, in my view, is to build a fan base in the medium and short term. The Flow Youth Pro League is an important aspect of the TT Pro League achieving its goals in the medium and long term. The Flow Youth Pro League will continue to have a dynamic approach to youth football in Trinidad and Tobago. We will afford teams this year the opportunity to play 2 competitions and so be in line to win 2 trophies. There will be a league competition and a knockout competition. The league will comprise of 1 round of football, and then we will end with a knockout competition.
Let's be full of vibe, yeah, 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 yeah. Be full of vibe, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Tell me what they're fighting for, what they're killing for.
Okay guys, so you're about to witness consecutive goals, excellent defending, and the best strategy thought out by some of the greatest youth footballers that Trinidad and Tobago has to offer. This is coverage of the Youth Pro League 2018, and I am your host, Perpetua Oliver. I have got you covered with all the highlights, interviews with coaches and players. Let's take a look.
Okay, and welcome to Trinity College to see Jabloteh take on Defence Force, and of course Jabloteh, the reigning champions in all 3 age groups, off to a great start there, great shot, and the keeper makes a great save for Defence Force. So everyone really looking to see now if Jabloteh can continue their domination of these youth leagues this year in the Flow Youth Pro League. And it looks like it was Defence Force that gets the first goal, an early goal for Defence Force against the run of play there, a bit of a surprise. That was Jean-Pierre Reyes who scored that, Reyes. But Jabloteh soon come back, and you can see some good work on the left-hand side. Crosses over, and a great goal there by Nkosi Ambrose. So Jabloteh quick to regain their momentum and get back on the level footing. And once they get underway, this young boy here, Forstin, down the right-hand side, he's the one you have to watch because he's the one that done a lot of damage last year. And look at him, skills there, tried to battle through, but taken away by Defence Force. Ball slam back in again now. Defence Force not really dealing with it against the goal, so it's a 2-1 lead now to Jabloteh, and really Defence Force there not clearing their lines, and Jabloteh taking full advantage. So at 2-1, Jabloteh looking more comfortable, pushing forward again as they do. Defence Force trying to be resilient, but some tackles flying in, but they managed to break away. But once again Jabloteh tidying up in midfield, starting to move the ball forward again, and we all know that Mr. Forstin's always looking for a goal, and there he is. Jaheim Forstin there, trademark, getting on the score sheet to make it 3-1 to Jabloteh, and really it's just what we expected from this under 14 team. Very successful last year, and we do expect them to continue their domination again this year. Defence Force, they'll be licking their wounds, ready to come back next week and trying to get some points on the board.
Yeah, well, congratulations to the team, feeling good, but we not proud of the performance because right now we having problems with most of our guys playing in national teams. So we ain't gain the proper personnel to train. So right now we had a mix and match, and maybe in days coming and match coming we'll get better. All right, the moment that those goals was just the regular guys who was training. We make one sub, Arnold Dorica's son, we call the Jumbie, and we team. Anytime we down, we bring on he. He's the man that make things happen, and we decided, all he a little injured, we had to play him in the game, and by he passing the ball, I think to the wing back ended up crossing the ball, and Marvin Forstin's son, Jail Forstin, ended up scoring that goal. Well, I think the referee play the advantage, although I think as his youth, I'm studying the goal that we scored to make it 3-0. I thought the referee could have stopped the game because seeing as a under 14 game, the guy went down pretty hard and he still allowed it, and these guys keep on playing because they didn't hear the whistle. But I find the referees could be more cautious in these young age groups because you don't know which spot the kid hit or which spot, because I thought it was his head, right? And to me, after I take off the kid, that was Marvin Forstin's son. He ended up coming and scored, but I thought with head injuries, the referee supposed to be more vigilant with that.
My name is Linda Sween. I play at San Juan Jabloteh. My favorite position is left wing. I've been playing with Jabloteh since I was 9 years old. I see myself in Spain playing football. I find I play great, but majority of the time I hold up the ball too much and I lost it. So stay in school, do your schoolwork, and have a big dream.
Okay, so the action was non-stop in those last two games. We saw some crushing defeats for Defence Force and Central FC. Still to come, action in the under-16 and under-18 divisions.
Your soul can't rest at night. Oh, you is a bad man. Bad man is a man who will defend woman and protect the young ones by any means, Lord. You ain't no bad man, boy, now. You ain't no bad man.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Miss Black Man,
And it's how you man.
yeah, 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 yeah. I got enough feeling down in my belly.
Welcome back to the coverage of Flow Youth Pro League 2018. Our cameras were at the Manny Ramjohn Stadium and at Trinity Grounds, where we captured both games. Let's first go to the home of Central FC, where they took on St. Anne's Rangers in the under-16 division.
Life, and there goes Carol George and Anne's Rangers on the right in the light blue, heading towards Central FC in the dark blue. And straight away, Josiah Allen and Adika Ash combining. The ball's coming in, and it's a long, long ball. And again, not adjusting for the wind there. It was a bit overhit. And you see on the left-hand side, Noah Simmons trying to get the ball down the line. Obviously trying to get the ball under control, and Pollard gets it up again now. And Josiah Allen again getting out the wing to Baptiste. Pollard again. Jamal Lewis, he doesn't make the most of it again, and straight away Zamore on the right wing, crossing the ball in nicely. It's a nice cross, and it's a goal. It was a very, very good goal. Sobrero really wasn't prepared for that. It lofted over, but it was that one goal by Guy with his back to goal, lobbed the ball over Sobrero to get the match winner.
Coach Everett Williams with my CTI Rangers. Feeling glad. I'm glad for the first win, you know, so the boys and I'm glad for it too, so I'm pleased. Well, the 3 points is important because there's one round of football, so every game is like a final, right? So the one goal is important, and what we're really playing for in the league is the least amount of goal against us, so we're getting what we want. Yeah, surprising. But the surprise of the day going forward for me was young Prescott coming on the field. He changed the whole game because really and truly I think Central was outplaying us with the passing because we was giving them too much, but the small man come on the field and he calmed the game, so that's how the forwards and them start to come into the game with the passing game, and we get a little control of the game in the last 8 to 10 minutes.
My name is Jai Magalera. I'm a player of St. Anne's Rangers. I attend Fatima College and I'm 15 years old. It was a good game, it was intense. I had to get the job done. Yeah, I'm really thankful for being awarded man of the match. My fellow centre back keeps talking to me, so he keep on telling me to give cover, and I did the job.
Alright guys, so Defence Force put up a pretty good fight in that under-14 match. Let's see if their under-16 guys can give the defending champions San Juan Jabloteh a run for their money. Or will they continue their winning streak?
So the Jabloteh under-16s taking on Defence Force under-16s, and Jabloteh again kept most of their team together from last season, so we expect to see them putting pressure on straight from the start. And there's a shot coming straight, and it's a goal straight away. Well, that was a bit of poor goalkeeping there. I'm sure the goalkeeper took his eye off the ball for a second, and that really is something that they've got to tighten up on. So can Defence Force now, they're losing 1-0 already, can they push back? But again, you're looking at Jabloteh just running through like a hot knife through butter, and The keeper manages to do a better job this time. Oh, the defence falls head against their own goal. They're not helping their goalkeeper very much, are they? Okay, so we want to see if Defence Force can put something together now and test this Jabloteh defence. They weren't tested very much last season, so let's see how strong they're going to be here. But that was just easy for the goalkeeper to pick up. And again, Jabloteh moving forward now, striking through on. Looks like he's got a one-on-one opportunity, and the goalkeeper does well there. Shot coming from Jerry Morris there. So the second half, and Jabloteh continuing to put pressure on. Their game was always about attacking, about dominating from the midfield and moving forward. And again, you can see this Johnny Morris again there getting involved, and the ball breaks free, and it's a goal. So it makes it 2-0 to Jabloteh. Army really don't know how to deal with this now. That was a goal from the number 9, Nathaniel James, and of course Nathaniel James was the top scorer last season. Something like 30 odd goals I think he scored, so he's one to watch again this season. So the ball gets underway. Defence Force really couldn't really match Jabloteh there in the attacking force, and the game ended up to actually 3-0 to Jabloteh.
Well, I'm the head coach for Sawa Jabloteh under 15 team. We won the game today 3-1, 3-0 actually. That was the second game. We had the under 16 game, 3-0. The guys and them did well, they executed well, and well, it was a tough game in the first half, but in the second game, you know, match fitness would have pulled us through. Yeah, well, the program on the whole, the Pro League program and the clubs, I think is very important because, you know, being on one of the clubs that actually coming from the East-West corridor, you know how that could be. We have players coming from some of the less fortunate areas, and you know, it's a joy to us to actually get them to come out and do what it is to do on the evening instead of just going home and, you know, being on the streets and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, it gives us a sense of pride to know we're actually doing something much more than football with the youths. Actually.
The team played good, but we could play better. Next game, we'll show the fans that we could play better.
Tell me what they're fighting for, what they're killing for.
Alright, so unfortunately, Central FC had no team prepared for the under 18 division, granting St. Anne's Rangers a win by a default. But for your viewing pleasure, our cameras were able to pick up the game between Club Sando and Police FC. Let's see what they did in their under 18 division.
Wind blowing, so he's kicking it into the wind, so the ball should hang up, but he's cut it short. Number 28, shot come in there. Well saved by the Sando goalkeeper. He's kicked the ball long. Jabari Boyce for Sando. Puts it inside to number 11. He has a shot and it's a goal. It's a goal from nowhere. That was Wickham, who's just come on, took the free kick. Romany again. Romany very influential in midfield. There's a slip there. The ground's a little bit slippy now. Bramble's got a one-on-one chance. Can he do it? And Bramble does. He puts it in the back of the net. It's 2-0 to Club Sando. And you've got to ask yourself the question, why did the police cross the ball right away across their defensive line like that? But charged down by Romany. But now he's done it. He's taken a kick. Not really well cleared. Oh, and a fumble. And is it? And it looks like that was possibly an own goal by Bascom. Thomas really was in no man's land. He fumbled it. And I don't know if that was an own goal by Bascom. McIntosh steady, Prescott gets it through. Yearwood sends it forward to Rawlins. Rawlins again, one-on-one, gets it across. Bramble's in the box. Bramble the ball just wouldn't bounce for Bramble. Good performance by Club Sando, 3 points in the bag. Well done to Angus Eve and his team.
Good day, Angus Eve, head coach, Club Sando FC, U18s. Yeah, I mean, I feel good for the boys. We've been working for a couple of months, and I was very happy the way they kept their shape. I thought that we didn't have a lot of ball possession today. The game was a tough game. Police was a good opponent, but we showed that we kept our discipline and we kept our shape, and I think that brought us through today. They had one shot, but it went wide, yeah, so none on target. But yeah, we were splendid defense-wise. We really don't have any defenders. The guys that are put in the back are really midfielders who play in at the back. But I give them a lot of credit because they really, I mean, young Daniel Lake is just 15 years old at the back there. And he was tremendous today with the captain, Cody, who is a good midfielder, Fontaine. So yeah, the guys, I was very happy with the application of the guys today. Yeah, I think we were recovering well. Even what Police was trying to do is hit a big diagonal ball a lot of times and trying to get us on the blind side. I thought we addressed that at the halftime and we were much better at it in the second half. But saying that, you're right, we never looked really in any trouble per se. I think it's all credit to the kids. They really applied what we did in training and they deserve the victory today.
My name is Nicky Rollins. I'm 17 years old. Club Sando vice captain. Well, I feel proud of my team and scoring that goal, and I give them a boost up so they can lift their head up. Well, I just wanted to share the ball a little bit so everybody could get a feel of it. Not really as a winger, but I choose that position to help my team.
Now it's time for you, our viewers, to win some prizes of your own. All you have to do is go to our Facebook page. The information is at the bottom of your screen. When you get there, answer this simple question. Who was the youngest player to ever participate on a national football team? Okay, so all good things must come to an end and our time together is almost over. On the bright side, we do have San Juan Jabloteh versus Defence Force under 18 for your viewing pleasure.
So Jabloteh up to their usual tricks. They won the first two games. Now they're looking at the under 18s. Can they make it 3 in a row again? Continuing their domination. The cross comes in from the left hand side and there you go. Perez there in goal, just letting the ball go over the top there. Jabloteh are in the kind of pale green colour, pushing forward as you would expect. Defence Force doing their best to hang on there, but oh, that was just shot wide. So you can see that Jabloteh again have all the action going forward. The thing is, can they make any of these count? Can they actually hit the target this one? Because this is a much tighter game. And a great save by Perez. Pushes it over the bar there. So Perez seems to be Defence Force's saviour at the moment. And this time, second half now, Jabloteh again on the attack. There goes number 16. And that was, it fumbled in, but it was Trevin Thomas who managed to get the goal. Put Jabloteh 1-0 up. The question will be now, will that be... Yes, that is. That's going to be the final score. Jabloteh 1, Defence Force 0. So Jabloteh winning all 3 games.
First to begin, congratulations to the guys for the victory, and also to the opponent. I think they not that they surprised us, but I think they match up well with the competitiveness that they showed on the field. So they actually it was a game. It wasn't a one-sided affair that probably people would have thought. So I think that was good. Generally in the training session, we up the tempo is no secret. One of the things that Jabloteh does in these sessions, if the football is not working for you, there's another thing that we do that definitely is going to work for you. I have a term, but I'll leave it out there. But generally we increase the intensity in the training session so that in case something like this happens where the game becomes competitive, then we go to the next extreme. What I would say is that this is the first game, all right, and there's something that happens when you win a league. As much as they would like the players to play to the optimum, a lot of the players live on the fact that there's the champions and they believe that the opponent
should just lie down and let you run with the game. And it's very difficult sometimes to displace that feeling in a player's mind, even when they come to a training session, and more so when they come to a game situation, because they feel they're walking out on the field as the champions. Yes, they are. But remember, when you do what you do last season, there's somebody, some team, willing to go the distance to make sure that it doesn't happen again.
My name is Jurel Brown. I play attacking midfielder from Jabloteh. I wasn't satisfied in the field conditions and the way our team does play, we couldn't get to move the ball properly and stuff, so it was hard for me to get along, but we still get it. Our next game is home on our way better ground, so we will just keep our game plan by keep moving the ball and going forward. I think we'll get it along home and come out to the victory.
Alright guys, so ball for ball, that was an exciting start to this year's Flow Youth Pro League. Join us again, same place, same time, next week, where we'll continue to bring you more games and more action with more excitement. I am your host, Perpetua Oliver, and this is the Flow Youth Pro League 2018.
Little boy, you ain't bad at all. No. Tell me what they're fighting for. What they killing for, Lord. We don't need no war now. There's no need. So tell me what they're fighting for. What they killing for, Lord. We don't need no war now. I said we don't want no more now. A real bad man don't go wrong raping woman, influencing young ones to kill a boy now. He ain't no bad man, boy now. He ain't no bad man. A real bad man works for whatever he wants, and he don't need no gun, he full of joy now. That is a bad man soldier. He ain't no bad man. So sit down, rock back. Tell them I don't need no strap to defend my people.